Oh my god, guys. I just recorded 2 hours, straight hours, of Europa Universalis 4 as Lingus Nation. We went from the year 1503 to the year 1528. What you're seeing in the background right now is the last, basically 15 minutes of it. Pretty much as soon as I started recording, my recording software switched the input, like the audio input, the microphone, to some other like internal audio line, which I don't really know exactly what that means, but the gist of it is that my entire 2-hour recording did not record at like any of my voice at all, which is incredibly annoying because we made like huge progress in this goddamn video. And it's 2 hours worth of footage. Like I can't do anything with 2 hours worth of footage unless, I mean, I have it all on my computer. So if you guys would want me to if you guys want to see anything from that, just let me know. But it's like so long that I like, even just going through it and like making like a highlights reel or something and like talking over that would take like incredibly long amount of time. So I'm going to try to, in this short time that I have, recount some of the most important things that happened. So let's see. At the last episode, I think we declared war on Provence, and then France declared war on them, and I was hoping that France would not take the Provence provinces up in the north. And I just noticed this, like at the beginning of recording this episode, that they hadn't, so we declared war on Provence. We took those two. It got us up a huge amount of aggressive expansion, but we got those two provinces, and they're both very good. What else we did? We embraced the Renaissance, which we had been waiting to do for a while because we were almost at 100% institutions tech penalty, which is very bad. We were actually beaten, ironically, by Korea, who, in my Korea game that I just finished, I did not get Renaissance until like the late 17th century. Also, I had the absolute best joke, and I am so sorry that you guys have to miss it. We got a little pop-up saying that Jeonjo, the Manchu country over next to Korea, had embraced the Renaissance, like right after we embraced the Renaissance. And I was incredibly mad because they're Northeast Asia. They should not be getting it anytime soon. I don't know how the hell they got it, unless like through contact with me or something. And I looked over at them, and they actually only had one province. And I said, and I quote, "How did you get the Renaissance? You know nothing, John Joe." And I was so proud of myself, so very proud of myself for that joke, that Game of Thrones joke. And it didn't get recorded. I'm telling it to you now. Otherwise, other important things. We basically completely solved our money situation, which was probably actually the biggest gain of this whole entire like 2 hours worth of playing. I don't know exactly how we did it. We got some, even before we declared this war on France, which I'll get to in a little bit. We got those two Provence territories, which had some good development. I improved the production development in a lot of or a few of our provinces. I probably improved like 5 or 6 total. And that seems to do a lot. I whittled down our corruption. I managed to get a few loans down, so our interest is lower. So now we're almost like, we're very nearly making money even at max army maintenance. So I'm very pleased about that. We're doing quite well. And then in this war, as you're probably seeing right now, this is an absolutely huge war. I mean, I had to wait a very long time for this because I declared war on France. Or sorry, I declared war on Hungary because Hungary's only ally was France, and I really wanted to get France because I wanted to get Gascon, which is a province in southwestern France that is a like vital trade node for Bordeaux, which is our home node. And so I declared war on Hungary. I had to wait a long time because I really wanted the Ottomans and the Danes and the English to all come in just to basically assure us victory. And the Ottomans were at war with various different people. And they were our most important ally. So I waited until they were all finished. I dragged them all into the war. The Ottomans, I basically left most of my army over in France and just let the Ottomans like take over all of Hungary, and they just gave all the provinces to me, so it was fine. And in the peace deal, as you'll probably see, well, it was a long back and forth with France. I'm not going to like talk too much about the war because I'm sure you're probably watching it. But there was a long back and forth. I was kind of chasing France around for a while. We eventually got a good enough amount of war score, and as you'll see, we took Gascon and the province north of that so we could connect it to our territory, and we also took 2 of Hungary's smaller provinces and got a lot of money. Also, I should say other reasons we were doing better on money. We joined the Ottomans in a big war pretty like 10 years before this war against France in like a bunch of the Italian states and totally destroyed them. And I think the Ottomans were like trying to take back some island from the Aegean or something. But in the process, they pieced out all the different Italian states and they got a huge amount of money. And so I got a huge amount of money because I was part of the war, or part of the fighting. And that basically solved all of our, I mean, like that allowed me to pay off most of our loans. Generally just made things a lot better. So I sincerely apologize both to you guys and myself for this like complete tragedy of a recording session. I am very mad at DX Tory. I don't know why the hell that happened. This is a learning process, and I'm learning slowly that I have to be very careful before I start recording to make sure all settings are perfectly in line, because the recording software will otherwise, like, it's just out to get me. So it will change settings randomly. It'll totally screw me over. I'll forget about things. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode of Lingus Nation, which will hopefully be recorded as live commentary, and we will be able to make the most of our huge gains that I made in these past 2 hours that I really wish I could have shared with you guys more directly. This video will probably be going up on the Friday after Thanksgiving. I wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving if you live in America. If you don't, maybe you should move here. I know that's going to be pretty hard soon. Yeah, that's basically it. Keep on lingusing on, everyone. See you next time.